Meet the team that doesn't just talk about impact, they ignite it. Jim Morris and producer Rachel.
Good morning, everybody. How we doing?
Good morning.
Rise and energize. Let's go.
Yeah.
How's your energy levels, Ben?
Well, I've been up for an hour doing hair and makeup. I know that you could just like roll out of bed and put a hat on, Jim. Must be nice. But so I'm like ready to go. We took our medicine. We're good to go.
Let's go.
How about you?
This morning. Good energy. I'm feeling good. I think, habitually waking up, doing the show has been good for my energy. It's really something I've been looking forward to, and just preparing for the show and thinking about life and examples and my energy and why it's been low and why it's been high. And it's been very beneficial, I think, personally, to just get on and talk about this every morning and to talk the truth. So feeling good today.
I think it's funny that you say the word habitually, because for me, I don't form habits unless I like truly have to, which is funny. So like knowing I have to come do this, I can get up in the morning. But if it was like, oh, I should get up early to go work out or work on the business or do something for myself, I would probably not form that habit, which I think sucks. I also think it shows that I have this allegiance, I guess, to work as opposed to forming habits around things that I need personally. Does that make sense? And
Totally.
So like habit forming, it's so funny that you even say that, is just such a hard thing for me to do unless it's built around purpose with business and work. And I think that really kind of sucks for me. It really does. Why can't I just form good habits for myself? Why does it have to be because I have to do it for something else?
Well, that something else could potentially be you, just in a different frame. So, you could work out because you want XYZ to happen in life, and try and relate it back to it. I don't know.
So, okay. So then in that same vein, then are we more apt to form habits if we get addicted to the outcome? Right? Like I know I'm showing up here because I want to have a successful business, etc. With the other stuff, the personal stuff, like let's just take working out, for example. Would I be more apt to show up and form the habit if I really understood and got clarity around the outcome of that habit? Does that make sense?
It does. And I think it's those micro adjustments, those micro decisions that are going to create a habit and allow you to step into it and live and breathe it. And I think that's where we have the hardest time, right? It's that one time you don't get a good night's sleep and you're like, let me skip the gym. That one time where, your day is just shit tomorrow and you're running from meeting to meeting and you got to prepare and, well, let me skip the gym in the morning and prepare for the meeting. Right. But I think it's what are those micro decisions doing to you and your energy, even though they may not be huge hits or huge depletion moments of energy. And I think that's where the habits come into play. Is once you build the habit, it's great, right? It's like, all right, this thing's rolling, baby. This engine's moving. We're feeling good. We're hitting, what we need to do. But it's everything leading up to that 21st day or 30th day to create that habit. And I think that those micro decisions, if they're tied to an outcome that you want, yeah, I can see that definitely pushing you. I can also see it tied to an outcome you don't want. And I can see that being a large driver. So for instance, we're on this, no ordering out for 30 days, no restaurants, none of that stuff. And at first I was like, well, the outcome that I want from this is to feel better and to feel healthy but also when I eat out, it doesn't kill me. It doesn't destroy me. It's not like I'm taking 10 days, well, hopefully not taking 10 days off my life. because we ordered from a restaurant in Nashville. But the outcome of getting better or healthier actually didn't drive me to do it. It was the outcome of, if I didn't do this, what was going to happen. So I think reframing it for me helps with the energy around it and those micro decisions to continuously and consecutively and consistently make the right decision. I also think that, and a lot of stuff we hear around ego is bad, right? It's like, hey, don't have a big ego. It's going to make poor decisions, and you can, do stupid things, and you can let, this mask the truth in a lot of ways, or the reality in certain situations, because your ego's taking over. But I think when you're making these habitual decisions for the greater good, you almost have to lean into the ego, right? So for me, it's like, I don't want to fail at this. Like, I don't want to go online and be like, I tried to do 30 days of not eating out, and I actually ate out 3 times. And like, that's my ego 100%. But it's also something that I think is tied to my being of, I say I'm going to do it, I want to do it, but it's those micro decisions. Like, it's hard. It is hard to get to that habit where it's just rolling and it's consecutive, I think you're on mute.
Sorry. Do you think it's easier for us to create habits around business because business generally has a clearer outcome sometimes, whereas when it's personal life, number one, we don't take the time to sit and get clear on what we want personally. Generally, at least I don't. Because to me, it's like, well, the time I'm taking to do this, I could be doing this in the business. Yes. Am I workaholic? Yes. Do I have a problem? Yes. But I feel like we just don't often take the time to pause and think of what we need in our personal lives. What habits should we be forming? Because also, you have to look at the bigger picture. If you're forming healthy habits in your personal life, in theory, you will also then be able to, right, show up better in the business. And so it's so funny that I feel like a lot of times I'm on like the merry-go-round where I come back to square one when it comes to like healthy habits in my personal life. And so I think I have to get addicted to the outcome. For me, like the reframe of realizing, oh, if I create these healthy habits, it will make me I probably have more energy, get clear on a lot of other things, which will make me a better business owner. So if my outcome has to always be attached to a business purpose, then I probably have to reframe it a little bit to get over that hump of creating the habit or not creating the healthy habit around my personal life. Does that kind of make sense?
100%.
It sucks that it has to be attached to that, but I feel like that's where my brain is going with it.
Yeah, but I also think that your obsession around business and you tying everything back to business is you stepping in your power of doing something you love and something that's extremely important to you. So that is a driver, that is motivation to do the things. I think the struggle may be in your situation, I could be completely wrong, but it may be if it doesn't relate to business or enhance business, well, what else can I be doing to enhance business, right? And I think that may be getting put above some of these things that you're talking about around, your personal life and enhancing that. But I think I'm very similar to you, right? So like going to the gym isn't something I do 7 days a week. I haven't been to the gym in a couple of weeks, to be honest. But I struggle with, I know this is good for me. I know it's good for my brain. It's going to make me better in business, better in my life, all the things. But here's the but. At what point do you make a decision to grow your business or to do the thing? And at what point do you start depleting your health around your business? And I think that's the catch all be all, because we don't know when that's going to happen, right? We can't figure that out in a lot of cases or situations. So at what point do you do the merry-go-round, like you were saying, and come back to it and come back to it and come back to it? I think there's certain non-negotiables. The gym for me isn't one. The sauna is. Going on a walk every day, getting movement, getting out, at a park or in the woods or around some greenery, that's a non-negotiable. But going to the gym is not for me. I actually feel better mentally, and I know this sounds weird, but I feel better mentally walking around in a park than lifting weights. Just it's for me, I need to sweat. Like sweating's definitely part of that, right? Like that movement, it needs to be elevated. Can't just be like a 10-second walk down the street and I'm good, right? I've got to get my body in motion and moving. But I think everybody should have their own non-negotiables, and what really serves you. I think that's a great question. Is it going to the gym for an hour and a half because everybody's telling you to do that? Or is it going for a 35-minute walk at your favorite park that ignites your movement, your body flow, and your brain?
You also get grounding by being outside. So yeah, I think it's getting addicted to that outcome. You like this outcome. We want more of this outcome. So let's do this thing more. So anybody right now that is in that space of like, oh, I probably should, or I should, right? I feel like I live in I should sometimes. Just give yourself grace, let that go, and then get clarity around the outcome that you want, and then start focusing on what it is that habit could be formed around that outcome. And get addicted to the outcome of it, whether it's going for a walk or I should probably be working out, whatever that is. Understand that forming healthy habits and forming habits in your personal life and your business are good for you. They can become part of the system that you're building, whether it's in your personal life or your business. We always say, like, we can do hard things. And building a habit with an outcome that's positive for you shouldn't be hard, right? It really is just a choice. Am I going to get up to do this thing? Yes. Am I going to make space in my life and my schedule for this thing? Yes. Right. I think that when you realize it all comes down to choice, we just have to make better decisions.
I couldn't agree more. Well said.
Yay.
Said. Landing the plane elegantly with grace today. Let's go.
Oh my God.
What a great combo.
Do you have anything else to add before we say goodbye?
No, I just think, yes, the answer is yes, I do have something to add. No, but I would just say getting to that 21 days to create a habit consecutively, consistently, it may not happen the first time around. And I think a lot of people get frustrated and they fall off their habit they're trying to create, and then they find reasons why not to do it. And if you fail, whether it's day 2 or day 7 or day 8, just restart it. Just restart your 21 days. Keep going. We all fail. No one just wants to tell you that they fail. It's the world we live in. But there's millions of habits that I've tried to create that I failed at. There's millions of habits that I've created that I'm crushing and I'm still doing 10, 15 years, 20 years later. So those didn't start off with just, let me create this habit and I crushed it right out the gate. Right. There was me trying and messing it up and tweaking it. And, well, I can't do this on this day. Well, let's move it to this day. And well, it's got to be every day. Let's find the time and work through that stuff. That battle is going to create discipline and confidence. And I think that's what's going to carry you through consecutively and consistently. So power to you, regain some of that energy, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, everybody.